Hello everybody, this is Exploding Jellyfish, and I'm here to talk about the story and ending of the skit series Who Killed Markiplier. This covers a lot of things that happen in this series, so if you haven't seen it yourself, take a look in the description to watch it for yourself. To start off, let me give a small summary of the story. You're an invited guest to Markiplier's manor for a celebration for an unknown reason. There is a chef, the butler, the mayor Damien, the colonel, the detective, and of course Markiplier himself. You spend the first night partying and getting wasted to the point where you fall asleep at 1:30 a.m. You wake up and speak to the mayor and the butler, and soon after find Markiplier dead. You go on an adventure with the detective, finding clues until the body suddenly disappears, in which a character by the name of Celine shows up at the manor. She sends you on a supernatural trip to the future when you are talking with the groundskeeper. Soon after this, you find yourself outside with the groundskeeper, and the entire manor suddenly bursts into light. When you get inside, a door explodes open, a purple light behind Celine standing in the doorway, looking at you evilly. You and the groundskeeper slowly close the door, trying as hard as you can, and as the door closes, you can see Celine give an evil smirk before disappearing behind the door. Out of anger, the colonel takes out his gun and tries to find the detective, and when he does, he shoots him after some arguing. And while you are trying to take the gun from his hand, he accidentally shoots you as well. After he shoots you, you fall over the railing and down to the ground and you are dead. Then, your vision comes back to see a ghost like Celine and Damien who were inside the manor while you, the detective, the chef, and the groundskeeper were outside arguing. They say that they can send you back, and when they do, you stand up, seeing the colonel sitting on the bench next to where you laid. He gets up, delirious, muttering that he couldn't have killed you and it was all a joke, and then stumbles off, forgetting his cane on the dresser. Then you stand up and grab the cane from the dresser and look up into the mirror to see yourself as Markiplier. Okay, I know this sounds confusing, but I'll try my best to explain it. First of all, I would like to point out the color effect on Damien and Celine when you see them when you are dead. You see that Celine has a strange red glow, and Damien has a strange blue glow. Then I would like you to consider that every single time Markiplier has appeared in the past, for instance in Markiplier TV or Markiplier vs. Antisepticeye, Markiplier has the same blue and red color effect around him. So the current popular theory is that when they send you back from the dead, that Celine and Damien have taken over your body, not only signified by the blue and red glow effect that comes off you when you look in the mirror, but also when you reach to pick up the cane off of the dresser, your hand is a woman's hand, most likely Celine's, and then it suddenly flashes to a man's hand, most likely Damien's or yours. And on the topic of the colonel walking away, muttering to himself, people in the comments section of the video seem to think that after the colonel goes insane at the end of the video, he turns into Wilfred Warfstache, which I personally agree with, as when you are sent back from the dead, you can see that the colonel is wearing the same shirt, suspenders, and pants as Wilfred Warfstache commonly does. There is another theory I have for Markiplier at the end, but does not have as much evidence to back it up. It could be that when you were awakened, the evil and the darkness around Celine and Damien got to your body first, and that evil is manifested as Markiplier. Or there is a possibility that Celine and Damien both want to be alive, so they continuously fight over it, causing Markiplier to be constantly hostile. But those are just two silly theories of mine, but I personally think the first theory is much more likely. So that's that. The person you play as in the video goes on to be Markiplier, and the colonel goes on to be Wilfred Warfstache. As for what happened to Markiplier himself, I can't say I know. The two most likely candidates for the murder that they tried to make the audience expect to be is either the colonel, the detective, or maybe even possibly you. But that's up for you guys to decide, because I personally don't have an answer. I'd rather let a mystery go unknown rather than giving out an answer that might be false. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have your own theory that you would like to share, drop a comment in the comment section below. See you next time.